The final moment of your life will probably be the most important moment you ever experience. Not because of what happens to your body, but because of what happens inside your mind. A final image, a final memory, a final thought. Something will appear in the darkness as your brain begins to shut down. But here's the terrifying question. What will your mind choose as the last thing you ever see? Will it be the face of someone you love? A forgotten childhood memory? A moment you never thought mattered? Or something much stranger, something your brain has been preparing for your entire life? Because the last thought before you die may reveal something disturbing, it may reveal who you truly were. For thousands of years, humans have wondered about death, not just what happens after, but what happens during the moment between being alive and no longer being here. Every person who has ever existed eventually reaches this invisible doorway. Kings, scientists, artists, children, everyone. And yet, the most mysterious part is not the silence after death. It is the final seconds before it, because your brain does not simply disappear instantly. Even when the body begins to fail, the mind may still be fighting to understand what is happening. And inside that final storm of electrical activity, something strange can happen. Some people who have come close to death describe seeing memories. Not random memories, but moments from their entire life. Faces, places, conversations they forgot, small moments they never realized mattered, a smell from childhood, a voice they haven't heard in decades, a single second that suddenly feels more meaningful than an entire lifetime. But why? Why would the brain choose those moments? Why would the mind replay certain pieces of your existence when everything is ending? This is where things become much stranger. Your brain is not a camera. It does not store your life like a perfect recording. It is constantly editing, deleting, and rebuilding. Every memory you have is a reconstruction, a story your brain tells you about who you are. But when death approaches, something unusual may happen. The brain may enter a state where normal systems begin breaking apart. Time becomes distorted, memories can appear compressed. And suddenly, a lifetime can feel like it is happening all at once. A person may experience years of memories in only seconds. A child running through a field. A parent holding your hand. A person you lost long ago. A mistake you never forgave yourself for. A choice you wish you could change. Everything that made you, you. But then something strange happens. The memories that appear may not be the biggest moments of your life. They may be the smallest. The ordinary moments. The ones you ignored. The morning sunlight entering your room. A random laugh with a friend. A conversation you forgot 5 minutes later. Maybe your brain does not show you what mattered most to the world. Maybe it shows you what mattered most to you. Imagine standing at the end of your life. Everything you chased is gone. The money, the status, the achievements, the things you spent years worrying about. They become meaningless in that final moment. Your brain does not search for your most expensive possession. It does not replay the opinions of strangers. It searches for something deeper, something human. Because your mind may not measure your life by what you collected, but by what you felt. If your entire life flashed before your eyes tonight, what moments would appear? Would it be the moments you are proud of, or the moments you wish you could return to? Would you see the dreams you followed, or the dreams you abandoned? Would you remember the people you loved, or the people you never told you loved them? Because maybe the last thought before death is not a random memory. Maybe it is your brain revealing the truth you spent your entire life avoiding. Throughout history, people have searched for the meaning of life. They have built civilizations, discovered planets, created technology, and tried to understand the universe. But maybe the answer was never hidden in the stars. Maybe it was hidden in the smallest moments we ignored. The conversation we rushed through. The sunset we didn't stop to watch. The person we assumed would always be there. Because when everything disappears, the only thing left may be the experiences that made us feel alive. Death is not only an ending, it is also the final mirror. A moment when your mind reflects everything you were, everything you loved, and everything you became. But there is one final mystery. Nobody knows exactly what the last thought will be. Maybe it will be a memory. Maybe it will be a feeling. Maybe it will be something beyond our understanding. But perhaps the most haunting possibility is this. Your final thought will not be about the life you wanted to have. It will be about the life you actually lived. And when that final moment arrives, the last thing your brain shows you may not be the story you told the world. It may be the story you told yourself.